If you're currently decluttering right now, stop. Because in order to achieve a clutter-free life, you're going to need a handful of things. I started decluttering my life in 2016, and I've been on a mission to create my life with less clutter while doing work I don't want to escape from. And in many ways, this is the reality I also want for you. As someone who has documented their journey and shared it on the internet, I understand firsthand the eagerness you feel about decluttering, figuring out what matters to you, and doing meaningful work that excites you. This is why I feel so inspired to give you this checklist of must-haves to help shorten the time frame of your decluttering journey. A big enough why is the first thing you need to achieve a clutter-free life. Now, if you don't have a why, or if you do but you don't love it, a few things can happen. You will lose motivation over time, and I say this from experience. It becomes easier to quit decluttering if you're not motivated or have a clear vision for where decluttering can lead you in your life. Then why continue to do it? Your life's vision becomes less clear, and I say this because your why usually stems from or ties to your life's vision. So without a why, your vision gets foggy. What else? You may declutter for the wrong reasons, or if you do happen to declutter, you may start to accumulate more stuff too quickly. Near the beginning of my decluttering journey, I made the mistake of overcomplicating and overthinking my why. This landed me right in the middle of everything you don't want to happen. However, I later discovered that the formula to find your why was more straightforward than I expected. In short, your why should answer this question: what am I hoping to achieve by decluttering? Then you can start to refine your answer and make it simple, clear, actionable, focused on the vision you have for your life beyond decluttering, expressed in affirmative language and written in one sentence. By following this simple format, you will likely find a big enough why quicker than you would otherwise, which means you can start decluttering with a foundation in place that will keep you going when things get challenging. The next thing you need is a written list of your core values. Why is this important? How do values help you declutter? Consider it like this. When your values are clear, it becomes easier to focus on what matters to you. This means you know with all certainty who you are, what's important to you, and what's not important to you. Growing up, my dad would often remind my brother and I of something so simple yet profound. He would often say, "You cannot define a man who knows who he is." I would like to extend this bit of wisdom to you by saying that if you know who you are, what's important to you, and what's not important to you, then you cannot be defined by things, people, or trends. Now, if you need help, you can download my core values worksheet for free. Just go to my website, ronaldlbanks.com/values. But more importantly, here's how this helps you declutter. Once you've written down 3 to 5 core values, the next step is clarifying what this means in practice. It's one thing to say that you value quality time with family or creativity or what have you, but what does that mean in practice? What are you doing daily that makes this value or values a priority? So in the context of decluttering, this means you should start using your values and your why by extension as filters for making important decluttering decisions. So ask yourself, if I make the decision to keep said item or to let it go, if I decide to invest time into this relationship or to give energy to these thoughts and emotions, will that decision help me prioritize and live out my core values or prevent me from fully embracing them? When you do this consistently, you eliminate the things I previously mentioned from happening. Additionally, this makes your decluttering journey and experience exclusively yours as your fingerprint. Because although other people may express their why in a way similar to yours, the combination of your why, your values, and how they're used to help you declutter puts you on a personalized path towards a clutter-free life. Third on the list is courage. Now, you're probably wondering, what does courage have to do with living a clutter-free life? The short answer is everything. That's because it takes courage to swim against the current. Allow me to explain. The norm is to consume, and to consume a lot. Just look at how commercialized our holidays have become. This means most of modern day society is buying things they don't need with money they don't necessarily have. But here's the truth. It doesn't take any courage at all to follow what everyone else decides to do, or what society has conditioned us to accept as normal. Swimming against the current is choosing to do the opposite. Consume less. Now, what I'm about to say next may shock you. In my opinion, shopping isn't the issue. And I'd be lying to you if I said that I don't pay for subscriptions or buy nice things. So to me, it doesn't matter what you buy. Why you buy matters. And I believe this is a more meaningful conversation. On average, Americans are spending up to $18,000 a year on non-essentials. Between eating out at restaurants, memberships and subscriptions, impulse purchases, online shopping, and so on, this amount averages out to be about $1,497 spent per month on things we don't necessarily need. But does that make you a bad person in the eyes of a minimalist? Not necessarily. Following courage, the next thing you need is consistency. But consistency in regards to what? Here's a quick list. Consistently spend less money. Consistently declutter things you don't need. Consistently manage your time on social media. Consistently curate the relationships in your life. And consistently carry the right attitude. My point here is that achieving a clutter-free life isn't a one and done decision. You must consistently decide that this is the lifestyle you want to live every day. And that decision should be reflected in your habits, beliefs, and actions. The last thing you need is structure without overwhelm. The one thing you don't want to do is dive into your decluttering journey headfirst without a structure or action plan to help you navigate your clutter. Regardless of how eager and excited you are to let go, doing this will result in more overwhelm than necessary and likely lead back to everything we discussed at the beginning. Loss of motivation, more likely to quit, an unclear vision, decluttering for the wrong reasons, and accumulating more stuff too quickly. So if you're currently decluttering right now, stop. Take a deep breath and slow down. Decluttering is about creating your life, not stripping away the life you have. And if you can nail these 5 things, you are absolutely on your way to living a clutter-free life. Let's quickly recap. Here's what you need. 1, a big enough why. 2, a written list of your core values. 3, courage. 4, consistency. And 5, structure without overwhelm. Leave a comment below if this helped you and share this with someone you know who's currently decluttering their life. Keep growing on your journey, my friend. Keep learning, and always remember to stay true to you. See you in the next one. Peace.